Hey friends and family, this is SP News Nuggets, and today, you guys, I'm going to share with you some information that we found out. This is an update that George Floyd and this police officer, Derek Chauvin, they knew each other, you guys. They worked together. They worked side by side. They worked at the same place together. I'm going to share that with you, and then I'm going to share a little bit more. So let's get right on into it. I'll see you guys in a minute. Here we go. Hey family, this is SP News Nuggets. Get your studs out. Summer is just right around the corner, and you're going to need those accessories to complement everything you wear. This is 2020, so this is the year to dress and impress. Get your Versace, get your Gucci, all your accessories from Nora's Closet. Authentic designer handbags, everything is authentic and 100% real. Go over there to Nora's Closet. All the name brands you can find. Tell her SP sent you. Are you a Warriors for Children, and she'll work with you.
From the former owner of a South Minneapolis Rapid Club, she's telling 5 investigators that George Floyd and former officer Derek Chauvin both worked security for her at El Nuevo Rodeo out on Lake Street. Investigative reporter Eric Rasmussen just spoke with that woman. He's here now with more on what she said. Eric?
Jackie, to be clear, while Maya Santa Maria says the two men worked for her as recently as last year, she says she does not know if Derek Chauvin and George Floyd ever actually spoke to each other. The first time she saw this video, Maya Santa Maria says it took her a moment to make the connection.
Because my friend said, this is your guy, the guy who used to work for you. And I kept saying, it's not him. And then they did the close-up. And that's when I said, oh my God, that's him.
She says now former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin worked security for her at El Nuevo Rodeo for 17 years before she sold the club just months ago.
He sometimes had a real short fuse, and he seemed afraid. When there was an altercation, he always resorted to pulling out his mace and pepper spraying everybody right away, even when I felt it was unwarranted.
Even more surreal, Santa Maria says, is that George Floyd, the man pinned under Chauvin's knee on Monday night, worked for her too.
I didn't recognize George as one of our security guards because he looked really different lying there like that. And it wasn't until I saw the pictures of him come up, then it snapped, and one of my employees said, look, Maya, he worked for us.
Both men who worked security for the same club before their final encounter that left one dead and the other at the center of national outrage. But Santa Maria says she does not know if they ever really knew each other.
They were working together at the same time. It's just that Chauvin worked outside and the security guards were inside. I thought to myself, what if he could have just said, hey man, you and I worked together at Maya's place, man. Like, remember me?
Santa Maria says George Floyd had been working security at her club for about a year. On some of their busiest nights, she said he might have been among 20 or 30 people she would bring in for security, in addition to off-duty police such as Chauvin. We've reached out to Chauvin's attorney and the Minneapolis Police Department about this development, but at this point we're still waiting.
Hi, we are on live TV right now. We see there's a deputy here warning us about something. Can I get up with you in just one moment, sir?
This is a safety thing. If the smoke starts coming our way,
Yes, sir.
make sure you guys are down with it.
Absolutely. Thank you for the warning, sir. We certainly will. You stay safe as well. You can see that is the situation that's going on here. The smoke way down there in the distance. I want to say it's about 3 blocks down there. And this is what we have seen for the last few hours that we've been out here. First, it started with rioting, essentially looters going up and down the stores here on University Avenue from Pascal, where we are right now, further east down where that fire is. Earlier, there were reports of smaller fires inside of stores like TJ Maxx, the UPS. We actually saw people vandalizing the Verizon store, a car drive into another store, Discount Tire, and it's safe to call the folks out here rioters now. At this point, they seem to be kind of disorganized too. They've broken up into separate groups, going to different parts, and just really causing damage every step of the way. I can tell you I've talked with a couple of business owners here, including the folks over here. Justin, I'm going to have you turn around for me. They're the tobacco shop. I interviewed those folks a short time ago. They've started boarding up their store because, as a precaution, of course, earlier they actually were confronted by some looters who were trying to break in. They didn't know that the actual owners were inside the store. Anyway, they were able to persuade the looters to back on out. They also were concerned about some weapons that they had inside there, of course, being stolen. And so just a short time ago, of course, the mayor of St. Paul, Melvin Carter, he had a few sentiments he wanted to pass along.
Our community in St. Paul, as communities around the country, are feeling shock, are feeling rage, are feeling sad, are feeling anger, and we're seeing that spill out in a number of ways that unfortunately are very counterproductive and unfortunate.
Since we have been out here as well, you can see that authorities are setting up a perimeter, trying to create as much safety and redirect traffic as possible. We've also heard a number of flashbangs, and earlier we were kind of in the midst of where some of the mayhem was taking place, and we actually saw looters throwing rocks and bottles at police. Police exercise a great deal of restraint and used some pepper spray and some tear gas to kind of get the crowds to break up. I can also tell you that we just heard something right then. Children's Hospital, Children's Gillette just down the street, it's gone into lockdown. That is as a precaution as well. And I have confirmed that other stores and malls, like at Maplewood Mall, that they're closing down as a precaution as well. It's not clear if there have been any injuries out here, but you can see the smoke that is down there. It's a darker smoke. That means something serious is burning. And, of course, we will go down and check it out and bring you all the latest developments.
Of the people out protesting in South Minneapolis have resorted to violence. Callan Gray was at 38th in Chicago, where George Floyd was arrested and where things have stayed relatively calm.
This is where people are gathering to pray and pay their respects. Hundreds of people coming through here today. And to give you an idea of the atmosphere, there have been grills going, music playing, there have been speakers. One person told me today, this gathering is about love, but there is also so much heartbreak and pain.
5 to 9 minutes, you're watching an execution.
What?
A public execution.
What?
So I charge the young people, it's not about rioting.
Right.
It's not about tearing up your city.
Right.
It's not about destroying your resources. But it's about being proactive, locking arm in arm and saying, what is it that we can do? We're going to the third beach scene today. But we ain't going over there to riot. We ain't going over there for no violence or none of that. We going over there for the peace, to build our community.
As the community here calls for justice, they are also getting support from Reverend Al Sharpton, who spoke at the memorial this afternoon, demanding the officers be arrested.
The violence started on this corner when this man was choked to death begging for his life. That's right. So we must act in a way to get justice and to get fairness.
What?
We're not asking for a favor, we're asking for what is right.
Eric Garner's mother joined him today, saying this won't be an easy fight. Her son's name is now on this mural honoring George Floyd. The artists came out here starting at 7 this morning. They say they want people to remember Floyd's face and remember his name.
Okay, family, I'm just going to share a little bit of my opinion on the thing. It seems like that they're saying that this is all negative, it's a lot of rioting, but as you've seen that there is some peaceful rioting going on, but they are calling in the big guns. They're calling in Reverend Sharp. They actually even called Jesse Jackson. I haven't seen him yet, but I'm waiting for him to come along and jump on the bandwagon. They're trying to control the angry group with passive African Americans that have been able to talk to some. Now, I don't know and believe that this is going to work because this is a younger generation that you're dealing with, and they do not have respect for Al Sharp or Jesse Jackson. I believe, and this is just my belief, since there has not been no charges on anybody, This is why this is getting out of control. Because as we seen in the past, they talk a good game. They say the big words. We're going to think about this methodically. We're going to use our aggression and, and all of this. We're going to put our ducks in a row. We've heard that. We've heard it 400 years. And then nothing happens. So I believe that the people are tired of hearing what you're going to do. And so they want to see some action. And until these officers are being charged, I think it is a long way from being over. That's just my belief. But you guys, leave your opinion down below. Please leave your opinion down below. Tell me what you think. I'll see you guys Saturday.